True patriots, China is here. And if you're not prepared, stockpiling toilet paper and masks won't help. If you're concerned about the future and direction this nation is moving, then listen closely, as you won't be hearing about this on the big three news networks. The good book states, an enemy will take our food and leave us crushed. Teddy Daniels, a Purple Heart recipient, decorated war hero, and Oval Office insider, has created an urgent documentary about the biggest threat to our nation and how you, as a loyal patriot, can be prepared. Every day our media diverts our attention with stories of shock and awe, basically hoping to distract us from what really matters. In this state of emergency doc, Teddy Daniels reveals undeniable evidence that plans are in motion to push this great nation to the brink of starvation. He even shares footage of Sleepy Joe letting slip this starvation plan, and it's all captured inside Teddy's documentary. You'll also hear about a covert spy within our own government that has paved the way for this planned starvation. That's right, a traitor among us. I urge you to watch this documentary before it's taken down and censored for good. We've been incredibly fortunate as a nation to be shielded from any war or famine on U.S. soil. But if the past few years have proven anything, we're no longer secure from global threats that have been pushing to take down this great country for a very long time. Go now, watch this documentary, and learn simple ways to plan ahead with household goods and why every patriot must have 3 feet of copper wire to be properly prepared for this catastrophic famine. This is our chance to beat them at their own game, show our resilience, and be great again. Go now before these sinister powers take this emergency documentary down for good. Gas mask, I suggest you get one ASAP. And I'm not talking about those silly masks that many still have boxes of in their garage. Recent leaked reports from a White House insider show that there is an event that's about to take place on U.S. soil that could impact you and everyone you know. Like many important stories, this is one mainstream media has been purposely told to ignore, and like sheep, they happily comply. While they claim they do this to protect the public from widespread hysteria, several sources, including the U.S. Congressional Advisory Board, have stated this is a nationwide code red level event that could wipe out 9 out of every 10 people while leaving the rest of the population in ruins. What's worse, senior Penn State University scientist Dr. Michael Frankel predicts it could happen at any moment. That means days, not months, not years, days. If you or your loved ones don't own a gas mask or the 4 essential items listed in this emergency documentary on the pages that follow, I strongly suggest you watch this presentation and make a list of these items, then drive down to your local hardware store and pick them up today. Time is of the essence. Tap and go to the next page now, as this event could unfold in 48 hours or less. Go now before this urgent doc is censored and removed for good.
Was going viral and is being highly scrutinized, censored, and blocked. Ladies and gentlemen, this video needs to be seen by every single American due to the underlying crisis that's coming to our shores. And we can't depend on mainstream media, as they are becoming more and more of the problem, by reporting only what they're told to report, rather than being true journalists and reporting the news. Especially something as urgent as this story, as it's all about the future of this country. Ignorance is not bliss, and ignoring this story could be the biggest downfall of our great nation. It's something that will affect every single person in this country. Don't believe me? Ask anyone with a phone if they received an emergency broadcast on October 4th. That's right, everyone got the alert, so they can reach you wherever you are. Another test was 2020 and wearing masks. Yup, that was not an accident. But you probably already knew that, didn't you? What about spy balloons, the fires in Maui, or the destruction of huge food supply companies throughout the country at such an alarming rate? All part of the big story that nobody is talking about. Nobody except this war hero who's doing everything he can to put the word out to help as many Americans as possible to be informed and prepared. This combat veterans documentary is streaming online right now. It's 100% free, and it's something you're going to want to watch and share with every single person you know. So go to the next page now and watch it, and find out exactly what all of these events that have happened these past few years are leading up to. But do it ASAP, because it keeps getting censored, blocked, and taken down. Go and watch it now while you still can. God bless and stay safe, my friends.
Chemical spills, wildfires, and the current surge of people crossing our borders was bad, then you haven't seen anything yet. Recently, a combat veteran and Purple Heart recipient uploaded a video to the internet talking about an event that is about to take place in America. Just 4 days after posting, the video went absolutely viral. Patriots have been sharing it like crazy, and our crooked administration and the bought and paid for media won't talk about it either. Every single American must see this video. Visit the next page now to see it for yourself. Of the greatest power outage in American history, but the mainstream media refuses to report on this. Did you know that Russia right now is preparing for a silent attack that will be unlike anything we've ever experienced? The worst part about it, our own administration is allowing it. To see how you can get ahead of this and be fully prepared, visit the next page now. And this won't be a simple hit of our power grids either. According to a recently leaked government warning, this will be something much more sophisticated. No phones, no radios, and no internet. You won't be able to call firefighters, police, or even check on your loved ones. No heat, no refrigerators, no AC, ATMs won't work, and any transportation with electronic components will cease to work, leading to darkness, starvation, and dehydration. Luckily, a United States war hero, White House insider, and Purple Heart recipient Teddy Daniels has released an emergency documentary explaining the steps you can take tonight to keep your family prepared when this catastrophe hits. If you visit the next page, you can watch a short, controversial documentary where Teddy explains the entire step-by-step process. But I would advise watching it soon because the documentary contains highly sensitive information and could be taken down at any moment. Secure you and your family's safety and never worry about food, clean water, and electricity. This has nothing to do with traditional survival methods, either like farming or using solar panels and generators. It's a unique survival guide that millions of ex-military and veterans are already using right now just in case it all hits the fan. Go watch the video now to learn all about it before it's too late.
To do with wearing silly masks again, or China buying up our farmland left and right, or spy balloons soaring through the air, or even the hundreds of thousands of people pouring into this country and crossing our borders. What's about to come is much worse. And what pisses me off is the mainstream media refuses to talk about this. Folks, I'm a combat veteran, Purple Heart recipient, and I fought my ass off protecting this country, and I've confirmed this from my military and government sources. So if you want to protect you and your loved ones, then listen closely. I put together a documentary. It's completely free to watch, and I urge you to check it out on the next page. I'll explain everything you need to know about this event that's coming, folks, in merely weeks. But you have to hurry, because they keep taking the video down and blocking it. Because, hey, that's the world we live in now, folks. They're trying to hide the truth from you. But to be frank, I'm sick and tired of it. Go watch the video now before it's too late. God bless, folks, and stay safe. Was the best president of all time, because we can always trust him to tell it like it is. When I told President Trump about this, he urged me to get this message out to as many true patriots as I can. Folks, something big is about to happen to this nation. This has nothing to do with wearing silly masks again, or China buying up our farmland left and right, or spy balloons soaring through the air, or even the hundreds of thousands of people pouring into this country. What's about to come is much worse. The mainstream media refuses to talk about this. Folks, I'm a combat veteran, Purple Heart recipient. I put together a documentary. It's completely free to watch, and I urge you to check it out on the next page. I'll explain everything you need to know, but you have to hurry, because they keep taking the video down and blocking it. They're trying to hide the truth from you. Go watch the video now before it's too late. God bless and stay safe.
World War, and we will soon be hit with a silent, untraceable attack on America that unfortunately very few will see coming. This attack will be unlike any we have seen before, one that directly targets American farmlands and supply chains, which will cause a nationwide food shortage and plunge our great nation into darkness, despair, and starvation. I know some patriots have been preparing for this eventuality, but stockpiling and growing your own food is simply not enough, because this marks just the first phase of this orchestrated attack on America. And with Sleepy Joe and his team of incompetents at the helm, people will soon realize no one is coming to save them. Then it will be every man for himself, and the looting will begin. Supermarkets will be ransacked. Local gangs and marauders will target anyone who looks like easy pickings, and by the end of the first week, millions of unprepared, desperate, and hungry Americans will be eating from garbage cans, if they are lucky. And that's exactly what our enemies want, to destroy our great nation from the inside. But the reality is, you do not have to be a victim. There is something you can do to prepare. I'd like to introduce you to a good friend, Teddy Daniels. He is a United States war hero, a White House insider, and a Purple Heart recipient. And he has just released an emergency broadcast that reveals the one thing you must do in the first hour of the attack. That will guarantee you will have food safely secured for you and your family for the entire year. It's a simple, empty closet hack that anyone can do as long as you have 3 feet of copper wire. Seeing this right now makes you one of the lucky ones. Because when the attack happens, most Americans will have no idea what hit them, but not you. You'll be in complete control, and that puts a lot of power in your hands. Yes, others may laugh when they see you quietly preparing for this imminent attack, but once our farmlands and food supply are completely ransacked, those woke millennials won't be laughing anymore. They will be starving, wishing they had prepared, while you and your family prosper and thrive. But you need to move fast. Teddy Daniels has shown me on good authority this attack could start as soon as next week, so I urge any American or true patriot to watch Teddy Daniels' emergency broadcast right now, before it gets taken down again by the powers that be to protect their controlling interests. Watch it now while you still can, like your life depends on it, because it does.